Hello guys, welcome back on my YouTube channel. I'm back again with another video. So I'm just gonna talk about the word limitless. So I realized like it's been like a while like having that realization, but I thought like let me just not talk about it. So I realized like a lot of people, when they talking about the word limitless, people have a different perspective around it, which is okay. But I also realize in a narcissist mind, as well as someone who's conscious, someone who have a heart, let me just say that, who still listen to their soul, their perspective of limitless is different. So a narcissist, when they say limitless, to them it can be mean I'm just gonna step anyone who's actually coming. I'm just gonna use anyone to get on top in order for me to be limitless. Their perspective can be like that. Like I can use anyone to get on top. I need to be on top because life is limitless. Blah 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 blah. So I had to make a video about limitless because obviously it's a word that you hear a lot when you started realizing that fuck, life is actually not what I think it is. Life is actually this and this and this. And when you realize that all along you've been surviving, you are not living. Someone you're coming across the word limitless a lot, and you'll be like, oh, I'm a limitless being. Oh, I'm just so like I can do so much. I can do this and that. So a lot of people think just because they are limitless now they're allowed to step on other people. They allowed to do other people dirty, which is extremely narcissistic. And some of them, they think they can come across their career, they can do their career with their shit else, with their shit ways. So like harming other people, promoting some shit content, like talking about like fantasy content, whereby we know that fantasy, it does exist, but it's not everything. It's not everything. When I'm saying it's not everything, I mean it usually like a phase, and then you go through some things and you realize, okay, I need to get out of that fantasy mindset. It's just something that you have to expend for that time being, but your life is not a fantasy. It can have a bit of it, but it's not a fantasy. So a lot of people assume that limitless, it's something that I'm just limitless, so I can do whatever I want. You can do whatever you want, but with a sense of responsibility. Like you are supposed to take responsibility for your limitless being. You are supposed to be responsible for whatever you have supposed to have a discipline. People assume that, oh, just because I'm limitless, I'm not supposed to have discipline. No, honey, you are supposed to do a discipline shit. You're supposed to have a mindset that, you know what, I can achieve something without harming other people. I can do this without me trying to make other people to be in it with with so much help from the underworld. So a lot of people assume just being limitless it has to do with whatsoever, but I've also noticed like when you actually coming across a narcissist as well as a healthy person, when they're actually reading a bible. For people who read bible, I don't read bible, so I've noticed like how a narcissist read the bible and someone who's actually not a narcissist, how they interpret it, it's different. It's the same thing with the word limitless. It's different for them. They see point of being an evil. They see everything. Like I was just reflecting and we were like, why I never find out early. Like you've been knowing with the gut feeling, but you never like, you'll be like looking at back like, why I've never realized, why I've never connected a dot. This person is this and this and this person is this and that. And then you'll be like, fuck, you're not thinking of, you're not like them. You will think life in a pure as form. You think life in a light way. You think life, it has darkness, but you don't put people in a point where you be like, this person is actually evil. This person, you wanna see the good in everybody. That's why most of the things that people did to you, sometimes they come in your mind later on, be like, why I've never like, why, because sometimes those kind of like thought about them, that they're actually evil, actually mean whatsoever, they do come across your mind. It's just that sometimes you be like, there's no way someone can be like that. There's no way some look, but they do come in your mind for a fucking reason. So that's why most of the time I'm like, I am a huge fan of telling people that if you're around evil people and you're not evil, just stay out. Don't do fucking revenge. Don't do anything. They're just gonna ruin you. It's just gonna ruin your time and energy, your soul. That's what they want. They don't want you to have a soul. They want you to join them. They're constantly trying to recruit you. That's why they're trying almost to hurt you, to they're trying to recruit. How dare you have an inner child that is healing? How dare you, you're so happy? How dare you with this and that? So they're always trying to make you to be like them. How dare you actually manifest? Like they feel so entitled to the fact that you always get everything that you want. Why can't I get everything? Bitch, because your heart is ugly. God work with your heart. If your heart is ugly, how can that shit happen to you? So being limitless, it has to do with your spirituality. We realize that, you know what, I don't need to be always on a Christian church or Christian ways. I can actually adapt another Hinduism. I can adapt Hinduism. I can adapt Islam. I can adapt a lot of like a religious factor, because at the end of the day, I'm not gonna lie, your spirit is everything. So being limitless, it comes with you recognizing that your spirit is actually limitless. You recognizing that, oh fuck, I'm got rejected to that job, but I can still get another one. I can, like, this job is not working for me. This career that I'm actually wanting so badly, it's no longer working for me. How can I move about? Just because you can move about, it doesn't mean you won't be required to take responsibility. You will be required to be have a discipline. You'll be required to have a lot of determination. You require to have a lot of inner strength. You'll be required to have courage, because a lot of things that will, when you start realizing that you're actually limitless, it will require you to have a lot of courage, because like a blend of things that will try to put you out of the path, the blend of people will try to push you out of it, because they believe that, how dare you have it all. In their mind they believe that it's only you. Why not me? Like I had a dream whereby I'm actually like having like a really disturbing dream about my karmic system, as well as my karmic cousin. They were like, why not me? Why you are the only one who got the special gift? Why? Like in the dream, like what the fuck? The funny thing is, people actually are smart in something. We're all gifted. It's just that other people are great as fuck. Once they realize other people's gift, they want it for themselves. Like I don't understand people who actually have a mindset like that. Like she's doing a witchcraft of me just because I have a spiritual gift. They believe that they are supposed to be limitless alone. They're supposed to be this, because a lot of, like, I realized, like, you can't help a great person. You can't help a nasty person. You can't help someone who's evil from the core. You can't help someone who's actually working for a devil. The fact that you sold your soul, it means so much for you. Like some people can break free from that, some cannot. For example, like they get surprised when you tell them like, you're a fucking devil worshiper. Oh fuck, you sold your soul and blah blah blah. You're telling them exactly who they are. They get surprised because in their head they are limitless. They blah blah blah. They believe they're a god or something. So being limitless has nothing to do with you being evil. It has nothing to you to being a evil motherfucker. It's you realizing that, fuck, I am a god. I'm a goddess. I have a goddess nature. I can tap into the spiritual side of myself. You realize that I can be this, I can be that, but you're not acquiring all of that through evilness. You're not acquiring all of that through your drug money. Through you killing people in order for you to be on top. You going for fame, doing a shit ritual whereby you end up killing people in the process in order for you to, they say, it's encourage your strength. Like for example, like here in South Africa, there's actually like a ritual that people do for fame, for money, whatsoever. Sometimes that ritual require you to kill people. So when you kill people, it means you have a snake. Once you are into witchcraft, you acquire a snake. You have a snake. You might not have a snake that is actually visible like other people. Sometimes your snake, it can be that bottle that they gave you that you're supposed to do something about it every day. I don't know what exactly, like the different types of they call it twasa, twasa, twasa. I don't know how I'm gonna go about with English word. So like once you're in it, one, you sold your soul, right? Two, you don't know the whole process. Sometimes the process they will tell you that this is actually like a very deep shit. You're gonna be required to kill your bloodline, kill your family, kill whatsoever. So some do that kind of ritual whereby they kill. It depends what exactly you are using it for, what exactly the person is actually helping you with. Because some they can kill the kids from a womb. Some you can sleep with a numerous women without using a condom, without you killing their eggs like obvious every woman have eggs, so you sleeping with those women, you finishing their eggs. It's something like there are plenty of dark rituals that I came across even myself. Sometimes I'm like, I can't believe it, but eventually I'm just not gonna act like black magic doesn't work. So other people assume that just killing other people, killing other people's town, trying not to see other people getting on top, it's another way of being limitless. It's disgusting. It's just a disgusting act. So I'm not just gonna dwell on it, but I'm just telling you that being limitless, it has nothing to do with you being evil. It has nothing to do with you doing whatever it takes to be on top, doing whatever it takes to be whatsoever. Because eventually, whatever shit you're putting on other people, it's gonna come back. It's gonna bite you. And when it does, you're gonna feel like, oh, life is, Jesus hate me. Blah, blah. When did you know that Jesus exists? Because the fact that you're doing this other things to other people, is, you know, you just know, motherfucker, that you don't believe in God, you don't believe in shit. You think that being limited has something to do with you being whatsoever, you projecting some shit as to other people, giving other people bad advice, and you think that shit is limitless. No, honey, it's not like that. I've realized like a lot of people have like a shit mentality when it comes to word limitless. I remember my ex, I'm like, what? Like initially I like you, I was so like naive. When I actually like looking back, I'm like, this guy was just telling me who he was, and I don't know why did I think I would fix him. Who the fuck do I think I was trying to fix someone? Like, who the fuck did I think I was, like, trying to fix people? Like, it's one of the another way of showing that you hate yourself. I don't care, will feel offended, but eventually you're gonna realize, oh fuck, I hate myself. I hated myself trying to fix people to be have a heart. Just leave people as they are. If they want to go in within themselves, doing the shadow work, they will. So being limitless has to do with you doing shadow work, knowing that you can attain a lot of things without getting into debt. You can attain a lot of things without you harming other people, without you feeling threatened about other people's trauma, threatened by other people's empress energy, feeling threatened by other people's emperor, because there are men who trying to take other men out just because they feel like this man is actually having it all. Or who like, how dare he have it all? How dare he have a wife? How dare he have a girlfriend that love him? How dare he have this? I don't understand. Being limited has nothing to you do with your jealousy. Being limited has to do with you moving from a jealous state of mind, realizing my jealous is treated by this, and then I need to work on myself to be better. Because the thing is, with whatever feelings that you're feeling, it has a message for you. Everything that it has a wisdom for you. So you being limited is nothing to do with hating other people. I just wanted this video to be a video that has a lot of light. It has to be a light one, a periwinkle one, whereby I'm talking about the surface stuff, but damn, I just have to dig on this because a lot of people undermine the word limitless. They act like being limitless, it has to me owning a bunch of guns and I can kill anyone. Bitch, you have limitless has a responsibility. You just can't go and kill everyone that you're coming across just because they don't agree with you. You're just gonna do whatsoever. Being limitless has to do with you. Anyone who's getting on your way. Like, sometimes people are not getting on your way as you think they're getting on your way. Sometimes it's just that it's a blockage that are created by the divine to come in your way. Obviously, yes, there are times where people are trying to create blockage, trying to block your money, blocking whatsoever that people are able, but it doesn't mean you're supposed to kill them. Being limitless has nothing to do with that. Being limitless has something to do with you knowing that your spirit is divine, your spirit is limitless. Your physical, you can change your physical form in any manner that you want without you doing surgery. Don't get me wrong, I don't have a problem with surgery, but I do know that surgery is something that my soul doesn't feel right around it, because I know some people are in it for good reason, but some people are exploiting other people's insecurities. So are you telling me that you always gonna allow your insecurity to play on you? I have scars in my body that I thought I would do a surgery on it, but when I'm looking back now, I'm like, hell no. I'm just gonna allow them to flourish. Maybe one day I will show them. Maybe one day I won't, because I don't give a fuck about showing so much of myself, about myself. So things like that. So being limited has nothing to do with a bullshit. Like a lot of people assume it has to do with bullshit. Oh, I have a lot of money now, I have to do my groups to be always to stand on. Like what? You're gonna die, and then what? You're gonna like, I wasted my money on this, I wasted my money on this. For what? Like there's nothing wrong with doing surgery. It's just that sometimes I can feel like people need to just change their mindset, because a lot of people are doing surgery, they're exploiting on your own insecurities. A lot, how many people that you're gonna come across who's gonna point out on your insecurities? So are you telling me you're gonna always try to fix them just because when you're limitless, your money is limitless? Are you telling me that you're gonna fall down on this? This is something I admire about Oprah Winfrey. Oprah will whatever. So she had a lot of money, but have you ever heard of her doing some surgery with her big breast? Like I was like, I fuck with her philosophy. I fuck with whatsoever. She's like, doesn't look like a dolly either. She's not trying to look have like a figure or anything. She's just accepted herself the way she is. She knows that she's limited. You can tell her limitless. It has something to do with her soul. I don't know whether she also a devil worshipper or what, but I can tell you that I've learned a lot from listening to that woman. My spirit guide haven't shown me that she's actually a evil person or anything. So I'm just gonna make example. Maybe one day I will end up like, I don't know. So yeah, she's a fucking billionaire. She's just, you can tell she's moving different in like in that shit, and you can like fuck, you can admire her. So a lot of people just think, I'm limitless now, I'm supposed to look like this, I'm like blah, blah, blah. Like hello, be like, some even behave like a 4-year-old just because they believe that limitless. Fake it. Like the song that we're watching, guys, like I don't know why I would never like judge people like that before, because I think I was in that mindset like, oh, we're not supposed to be judging people whatsoever, which is okay. I get it, but guys, we need to be honest with ourselves. Like sometimes if you feel like there's something's off, just move. Stop listening to the people that you just know like, I this is off, you know. So being limited has nothing to do you having like a like, it's okay to be touched with your inner child. It's okay to approach life in a child way, because a child knows that he or she is limitless. It's okay to approach life like that, but it's not okay for you to be 67 but thinking like a 5-year-old. That's not limitless. Hey Peter Pan. Hey Peter what Peter Pan E syndrome, something like that. Grow up, like grow up. People just being limitless now, it has to do with you. Like I had to, I didn't want to judge people, but on Instagram, like when I come across people like, now we're supposed to see your vagina now, eh? Are you telling us we're supposed to see your vagina? Hi guys, like come on, like I know you feeling limitless and shit, but guys, like I am not supposed not to go and look for pony because you showing me pony, huh? Hi guys, like let's just know when to be responsible. Like let's just know when to be responsible. That let's just know that like I'm not supposed to see your vagina now. I'm not, like I don't need to see it. I don't like. I've never like come across a man who showed me his dick. I'll be lying. I'll be fucking lying. So yeah, just people like being limited has nothing to do with you. I don't know, but guys, like the word limitless, it has responsibility. It's not you thinking that me being limitless now I'm supposed to be a dickhead because I'm limitless. Now I'm supposed to be this. There are actually like things that you be like, do I even like doing it because I'm doing it because I want to, or I'm doing it because I'm insecure? Because a lot of people doing things because of their insecurities. It's the same way how people treat you so badly because they're insecure. When they're looking at you like, wow, you have dreadlock. Like, yeah, I have dreadlock. And then by that time, you're not even making comment about their hair. Just like, okay, okay, you don't even care. And they were like, oh, but locks are for this and that. And you'll be like what the fuck? Because I don't understand people who assume that being limitless has something to do with you being a dick. You are supposed to be disciplined. Limitless has discipline. Limitless has a whole damn responsibility, accountability. It's the same thing with once you open your legs and start having sex, what's gonna happen there? There are plenty of things that can happen. I'm not gonna talk about people who actually experience their first sex in the most horrible way. I know that shit. Like I've never experienced it, but I just know that. Damn, like when I'm thinking about it, like I just like I can feel it. Like it's one of the most awful experience. So yeah. So people just assume just because now I'm having sex, like oh now I'm just not gonna take responsibility, or because like I know that abortion is for everybody, but sometimes I'm like I sometimes agree with the fact that people now are doing abortion as if it's something that it started to bother me now. Like initially I was like, okay, I understand people doing abortions and whatsoever. I'm not gonna limit them. It's their womb and everything because they're limitless. So now people just gonna have like you're opening your legs. That means you're gonna get pregnant. I don't know about your ovulation, blah blah blah. You're gonna get pregnant. Once you open your legs, that means a baby can happen because you are sleeping with someone who have sperms, and those sperms and your eggs can, and then it can make a baby. So why are you acting like you don't know that? Why you now every time your option is abortion? Why don't you do what the fuck? Why don't you prevent yourself? Why don't you fucking prevent yourself from that? Why do you think being a hot chick or being a badass, it means now you're gonna sleep with every celebrity that you're coming across? You coming every woman that you're coming across now just because you're limitless. What the fuck? You just because you're limitless now you're supposed to date a married man? Like guys, like I don't understand this fucking woman. Like I don't like it's like I'm just in a wrong time with everything. I feel so left out, you know, that I'm craving to be. I don't have a formal like oh I'm missing. No, honey, I am not, and I don't have a fear of missing out or anything like that. It's just that it like guys, let's just be honest with ourselves. This is disgusting. Like what our people are doing is disgusting. I swear I planned this to be a high vibrational shit, but I had to go deep. I have to stop acting like this shit is not happening. Is this shit is not because obvious initially be like, oh, I don't need to judge. I'm just gonna stroll. Okay, okay. Or very, I don't follow this person anyway, so I don't need to like guys. But we need to be honest with ourselves. Like we do need to be honest with ourselves. There's people actually like politing the shit out of. I don't know what is happening. I don't even like this my piano. I know South African come across with a piano like initially was good shit, and then I'm like, drugs are happening, clubs, a lot of kids are getting out of control. Like a lot of shit is happening. A lot of kids are being programmed in a lot of shit ways, and because of this my piano, this club shit, and a lot of people when we're telling them about this club shit, you know what, I used to don't have a problem with alcohol, so I swear because I know that it's a phase to other people. To other people it's a low life thing, it's a long life thing, it's a lifetime thing. So didn't have a problem with it until I saw it in my dreams that it's demonic. I saw it in my dreams when I stopped entertaining a lot of shit. When I stopped drinking alcohol, I was there were dark people who were trying to make me do it. And I'm being recruited to be a lesbian. Like a lot of things are happening spiritually. Now I understand why a lot of people don't understand their dreams, how much a lot of things happen in your dreams before they happen in your life. What I'm saying is you're gonna be promoted a lot of time. Like Beyonce tried to recruit me to devil devil thing. Like a lot of people are trying to recruit me to be a demonic person. A lot of people are trying now to recruit me to be a lesbian. Like people who try to recruit me to be a lesbian, there are plenty. Sam, it's ex-friend, Lindsay, a woman on she played with Regina. What her name? Lindsay. I don't know why I'm pronouncing her right. Lindsay. She's actually a celebrate. She play fuck. Ah, why it's going? Mean Girls. She's played a Mean Girl. She was actually not a Mean Girl. She was actually a friend enemy of Regina until she was fine until she turned up to be like a Regina. She was trying to recruit me to it. Magic got the tea. And the funny part, Magic got the tea. I used to watch her content, like I used to fuck with her content. She's actually into this, like they're trying to make me to be a lesbian. They're trying to recruit me to that shit, and I'm like, wait, I love dick. I fucking love dick, guys. I do. It's just because I'm a celibate, it doesn't mean that I need to be recruiting some shit. So a lot of shit are happening spiritual. A lot of people are trying to recruit us to some shit. They're trying to destroy your spirit before anyone else. I'm not a lesbian. I am not a fucking lesbian. Yes, I know a lot of people don't understand, like, and I like the first time I heard about that gay and as well as demo spin, obviously I was supporting them because I felt like people are just mean whatsoever. Until Empress Lillian, she said it, and I was like, wait, I don't believe her, but I'm just gonna put it in my mind and I'm just gonna ask God about it. And then I did. God showed me, like, gay people, they were recruited, they were recruited, they were made spiritual through their dreams, and they were feel it in their mind until they ended up not knowing that they're actually being recruited to that shit. Gay are being recruited in their dreams before they happen to be gay in real life. They don't know that. Some of them they know. It's just that because there is money. A lot of, if you notice, a lot of gay people actually have a lot of money. Gay, it has some dark shit. They're actually like a lot of shit going on. And I had this on Empress Lillian until I told God, like, I don't want to judge people. I don't understand why I had to show up as this. I don't understand why whatsoever. I'm not gonna judge Empress Lillian because I don't know what she's been shown until I ask. The more you ask God about confirmation, and you're gonna receive them. Lesbian shit is demonic. Gay shit is demonic. Alcohol is demonic. I know that because those men who recruit me into alcohol in a dream, I refuse. I like, because obviously I stopped, like 2020. I stopped drinking. I used to drink like wine and ciders, and I was like, nah, I'm no longer doing this shit anymore. There's nothing wrong with alcohol and shit, but I'm not doing this shit anymore. It didn't feel aligned with me, my spirit. I didn't like it anymore. So these three men were like very fine men. Like, there were three. I don't never seen them in real life. They would have like a red eyes, like red eyes in a dream. They were wearing black, and then there was a girl in a dream. Like, that girl told me, like, there were three men, and then there are two girls. They told them that they should call me, and then I was like, I came. They were like, they put like a beer in front of us, and they were said, like, drink it, and I was like, wait, what? And I was like, nah, I'm not drinking. And then I woke up, and I was like, fuck, why they were eyes, they were red. They were so fine. Like, their skin, it was three black men, and this girl was, those girls, you just know that you're gonna find them in a club. They use those girls, I don't know that girl either, but I knew that, judging by the way how I perceive her in the dream, she was one of those girls that you're gonna find in a club. Right now, my ex-friend is recruiting me to lesbian. She was stripping and all that, and on me, and she was twerking. Like, I'm like, wait, what the fuck? What the fuck? What the fuck? And I was like, wait. Like, thing is, you're not even attracted to them. You're not. You're not even attracted to them. You're not even attracted to their vagina or anything. Instead, you're looking like there are a lot of demonic shit that are happening in, like, when you are actually elevating to your spiritual journey. I'm just telling someone who's out there who think he's gay or something. You are not gay. If you remember exactly how it started, you will remember how it started. I'm not blaming you being a lesbian or whatsoever, but me, I'm just telling you what I've saw in a dream, and I was kind of like having difficulties to talk about this kind of thing, and my battery is running out and electricity is out. We actually have a load shedding, and the rain is starting to get bad, so I will just wipe out anytime. Like, I would go out anytime. But I'm just gonna tell this: demonic. Gay is demonic. Lesbian is demonic. Alcohol is demonic. Initially, yeah, obvious, you don't wanna judge anyone. You're not gonna elevate. That's why It happens a lot in your dream because they want your spirit before anything. They don't want you to be that. That's why a lot of people now are drinking a lot. They are not drinking because they know that they are drinking a lot because of what? There's some shit agendas going on. They're trying to recruit a lot of people into some that shit because we are programmed to be limitless. And then the perspective of limitless, you will realize, nah, this perspective is not it. It's demonic. It's fucking demonic. It's so fucking demonic. The club shit. Have you noticed how fulfilling a club shit is? Have you noticed how many people are not healing? They're going club every now and then. They're celebrating. What are you celebrating every weekend you're in the club? What are you exactly celebrating? Some even say and every weekend is supposed to be like another weekend. How can that be shit be the same thing? Why are you constantly running away from your shit ass? Like, why? I get it. I was there to myself, but I've never like done club shit. But I have to tell you this, like, this is a message that I got. I thought this, I'm gonna keep it to myself, but I had to talk about this shit, and I'm bothered by it. Like, it's bothered me, and I didn't even realize that I'm ended up talking about, because when I wanted to start this video, it was gonna talk about limitless in a psychology manner, and I have to go deep because psychology is not for everybody. But a lot of people are spiritually initiated in the dream before they happen to be that thing. People who never, like, sometimes these men who are actually gay, it's because they were too feminine. They were told that you're too feminine, you're not masculine. They ended up finding having like not knowing where they belong, ended up dreaming about it. Obviously recruited to, like, or maybe like I should be gay, whatsoever. And a lot of females, they don't feel like they're beautiful enough, they're not feminine enough, so they ended up being a lesbian. Some, they feel like because they're not connecting. Sometimes it's just because you're not in touch with yourself, you're not in touch with who you are, so you ended up in a relationship whereby when you're having sex with someone, you're not comfortable with it because obviously you are a spiritual person. Sometimes your soul will reject the person you're having sex with, and then assuming, because maybe it happened like a lot of time, and then assuming, oh, maybe it's only one, because all women know how to please you, because I'm a fucking woman myself. I can please another woman, but I don't do that because I know that I'm not into girls like that. So I know how I want to please myself. So sometimes men, they are having sex with you not because they're in love with you or anything. They just want to have sex with you because they want to release whatever they want to release you. They're using you as a sexually release, not like a partner. They don't care about your pleasure, even if especially if you're not someone who's vocal. Just tell motherfucker, hello, you taking your, like, just tell them, like, I'm not done with you. Just tell them you don't have sex with people who are selfish in bed. It's disgusting. It's annoying. So yeah, things like that. So you are being like, a lot of for me, like, they feel like they're not feminine enough, or they're not don't find men who please them. Most of the time you're not connected with yourself. So when you don't know your goddess energy, you're gonna please men and end up thinking that it's because of that. Some of them, they're lesbian because they're being hurt by men, and they ended up like, I don't want to deal with men. But all along, you're not even lesbian. Obvious, women will please you in the way they want to be pleased. um it's the same thing with men. A lot of men who are feminine, they fall into category like being labeled as gay. Like, I remember coming across this guy. It was 2018, who was the first person who came across it, who was actually a chosen one. And when he said it, he told me like that demonic was up. I was like, I don't know, like, there's no such thing as demonic. So like, I was skeptical as fuck, so skeptical, until like I'm like, now I'm in it. I'm like, guys, like, you be traveling, like, when you're in your sleep, a lot of things are happening in your sleep. That's why your enemies find you they fight you spiritual before they fight you physically, because they try to tempt your spirit first before they are able to tempt you in real life. When they can't conquer your spirit, there will no way they can actually conquer you physically. So it's the first thing they go about. It's your spirit over everything. Your spirit is what they want. It's what they want, guys. They want your spirit before anything. They don't want us to be our authentic self. They don't want us to find our soulmate. They don't want us to find our abundant life. They don't want us to be rich, especially those people who actually rich, like Beyonce. She's trying by all means to eliminate anyone who's a threat. Have you ever noticed, whenever people are talking about black women, especially in the entertainment industry, celebrate, it's only Beyonce, Beyonce? But why it's only? But even I am guilty of supporting that whole. I'm so fucking guilty because I suffered that hole so much. I was like Beyonce fan and shit until until I realized this whole is actually doing something to other women. She want to be on top every time any woman's trying to talk about Beyonce. That woman ended up not being too popular, or maybe not doing being too recognized. And I remember coming across where by content to say Chloe Bale is sabotaged by Beyonce, and I was like, oh hell no, there's no way Beyonce can do that. Until that shit happened to me, and we were so in denial until that shit happened to you. Be like, fuck yeah, it's the same thing with black magic. When I heard people talk about black magic, I used to listen to. No, I was not skeptical. It just I didn't want to focus on it until I was like, "Fuck! Look at this. This is what is. This is life. This is life is demonic. Life is not what you think it is. Life is this and that. It's not like you smelling rose, you doing it whatsoever, feeling like oh life is simple, like you walking or not. No, it's not like that. It's deep. Life is deep and it's demonic. I don't blame people who are gay because they don't know when it started, some of them, because some of them are recruited way young, way young. They don't even realize they were recruited way young. People, especially people who are genuine, are those people who are recruited way young. Like I used to think like gay people are not. I dream of two gay men twice, and why God said gay people are actually demonic. Obvious, I was like I was not skeptical what Empress Lillian said, but I was kind of like, Hey, hey. It was too deep for me. I'm just gonna say it was too deep. I was like, I was like, I'm just gonna keep it in my mind. And I was like, God, tell me what's up, and then reveal everything. When we're ready, you're gonna. And we're like, huh? Because obvious that shit is deep. That shit is like, what the fuck? So guys, my battery is running out and I've been talking too much. I hope you had me. I hope you fucking had me. I know I come off across as very judgmental, but truth is can be judgmental. And yes, I do take time and reflect on myself. How did I end up with this? I ended up why I'm talking like this, whatsoever. And this is how I wanted to be taught. Being a prophet is like that. Being a shaman, you have to reveal truth. You have to, like, you're not supposed to sell your soul. That time most of you are broke. I'm not saying normalize being broke. It's that I realize a lot of people who have a prophetic gift, they are blocked by a lot of people.